afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you at in the world. I hope somebody in France is watching us right now. That'd be awesome. Moses, is there anybody in France watching us?
No,
Do you know?
No, I look at it. No, not yet.
Not yet, not yet. Hey, but eventually it will happen. Welcome back to LM Sports Talk. Hey, check us out on YouTube. It's your boy Lucky Luciano. Pastor Lucky is in the building. And I know y'all see some extra faces on there. We'll get into the extra faces. But Moses, what's good? How you been? How's the job, man, treating
you? Bro, long days. You know what I'm saying? Short nights, get right back up in the morning. Again, to go right back early in the morning. But, we here right now. We got some good topics to talk about. Let's get into it, man.
Hey, that's the American dream, Listen, we want to get into it tonight. I got a couple of my homies straight. I've known these guys since high school. And these guys have been in my lives, huge individuals in my life. And I appreciate and love them very much. And so they jumping on because they know a lot about sports. They know way more than I do. And so I love to hear what they got to say and absorb the information. Because I tell y'all this all the time when y'all on the channel. The one thing that I love is that I want to collect as much information as I can from everywhere to make me smarter, right? And so we got my man Swan down in Tampa doing his thing. How you doing, Swan? How's work treating you?
Hey, you already know, man. We out here grinding. Everything okay. Thank you for having me. I'm ready to make it happen.
Let's go. Swan about to give us some straight heat knowledge, straight fire about the Heat. And so it's going to be a good discussion about the Heat tonight, the Miami Heat. And then I got my man straight out of Atlanta, Ken holding us down in Atlanta. I appreciate that, Hey, man, Six, how the job treating you down there in Atlanta?
Like a slave. Boy, I can't stand it, man. Every time I leave work, I got to go play lotto tickets. Every day. I just came out. I was a little bit late. I was playing my scratch off.
I ain't mad at you. Hey, somehow, somewhere, we got to get this money, man. That's facts, man. I agree with you. Hey, get it how you can get it. Hey, fellas, I ain't going to lie to you, man. I love the play-in game concept that the NBA came up with. I love it. I know a lot of people hating. LeBron was pissed about it, talking about why am I Ken Homeboy. That's Ken Homeboy talking mad nonsense, scared to play in the play-in game, but whatever. We'll get into that. But yeah, I love the concept because the idea of putting more pressure on these athletes for one game. That's one of the reasons why I do think the NFL to win the Super Bowl is harder than it is to win the NBA championship because you're talking about one game. You got one game to win it all. And so if you mess up in that one game, it's done for. In the NBA, you have a bad night, you can come back. You got 2, 3, 4 more games to come back and try to win it. And so I love the fact that they're putting these pressure right on off that. And the NBA got really, really lucky by having the Warriors and the Lakers play each other. And so we had a heck of a game. Tonight's game was a blowout. The Wizards went to work on these boys tonight. So let's jump straight into it. Moses, what do you think so far about the play-in games? Obviously, we got one more game tomorrow, Warriors versus the Grizzlies. How do you like it? Do you like the play-in games? Did you like any of the games? Anything exciting? Anything stand out to you, Moses? How do you like it?
No, the play-in games are good. A couple of games yesterday they were pretty much blowouts. But as far as the concept of the play-in game to add a little bit more excitement at the end of the season, to go into the playoffs and give a range of teams from number 7 to number 10 an opportunity to get into the playoffs, it's good. It's exciting. It gets a little bit more to the game. Now, the thing that's probably not good is for a team that's already at the end of the season is number 7 or number 8. And with one game, they lose one game. They could be outside. It could be, if they're 7, it could be 8. And if they're 8, they could be outside the playoffs. And not even the team not making it. So for the fans, I can understand the frustration if your team is at that spot, the 7 or 8 spot. But for other people, it's really good. I like it. I like it.
All right. Hey, Swan, you're a Heat fan. If the Heat had ended up playing in the play-in game, what do you think their chances would have been?
Oh, we would have won that. That's not. I was never worried about the play-in game, to be honest. COVID and all the injuries, that was the only reason we were in position, to even, usually would have been a 3rd or 4th seed. But I honestly, I don't like the idea of the play-in because it's like you have all year to try to get a top 8. I don't want to see the 9th and 10th team, trying to get in the playoffs. Like It's not. I understand the money and all that, you know, that the league brings in, but overall, it's not something that I'm too much interested in.
Okay, I like that. I got my first pushback tonight. What about you, Ken? What you thinking about your boy LeBron in the playing games?
Last year in the bubble was fine. I was fine with it in the bubble. But I watched it through the whole bubble. But this year I didn't want it at all. I didn't want it at all. I just thought it was just dumb. I think teams that work to be all the way to 8 seed, they shouldn't have to lose their spot to a team that's the 10th seed. Sounds stupid. Especially if they're like 4 or 5 games away from the 8 seed. Like, oh, you 4 games behind me. Why I gotta play you this one game? Yeah, I can understand if you're like a game and a half behind or something like that, but you 4 or 5 games under 500, you gotta play me? No, I'm not a fan of it.
Not a fan of it. Okay, so I got two on the panel that say they're not a fan of it. And you know, no offense to Moses and I, you know, we really not basketball players, you know what I mean? Even though, you know, I mean, we dibble and dabble. Those two, though, Swan and Kent definitely play ball. So do you think it's a basketball mentality thing that y'all boys play ball and it's the mentality of playing basketball and you're like, this is not really basketball? Or maybe y'all just traditionalists, right? You know, I know y'all gave me some good reasons, but y'all gotta give me a little bit more. Like, I like the idea, but you don't like the excitement. Okay, let's take this. I'm gonna ask it this way, and I'll start with you, Six. Did you not like the Warriors versus the Lakers game last night?
Oh, the shit had my stomach hurt. I was so scared. I was like, oh, this like dude going off. Oh, God dang. I'm not gonna lie. It's exciting. It's just exciting like NCAA when like Duke or Marquette plays. But at the end of the day, like those small schools don't deserve to win. They don't. It's just one game. Anytime anybody get fired, but you play out. If you play, I think I would have been more happy if it was like best out of 3 or some dumb stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It was just like, man, it's like, okay, Golden State. I don't think they better than the Lakers, but they could have beat them that one game. They could have beat them.
Hey, listen, I would love to see. I don't know if it's gonna happen because Utah and Phoenix really, really good right now. But I'd love to see Golden State versus the Lakers in the NBA Western Finals. Anyway, Swan, what you think about Lakers Warriors? Good game. You say you don't like the playing game, but it gave us the Lakers Warriors, which was an excellent game. It's gonna give us the Grizzlies versus Warriors tomorrow night, which is gonna be an excellent game. Do you think that was worth it?
I mean, the entertainment part, I understand it, like I said, but as far as Lakers, you know, possibly not making it, you know, Golden State getting lucky and win the game, and we missing out on one of the better teams in the West, playing for a championship just because of injury. The only reason they're there is because of this COVID stuff and injury. So, yeah, it was just, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it, but entertaining, yes, it was entertaining. I get that part too. But if you force me to choose, I would say, nah, leave it out. The top 8, leave it as it was. You can say traditionalist. Yeah, I guess. Leave it how it is.
All right, Moses. Let's do this. Okay. So we're gonna jump into this, right? So the game was really good. I mean, the honest truth is, y'all boys are 100% right. I do like the playing games. Like I said, I love it. But overall, so far, it's been a dud except for one game, right? The Lakers and the Warriors. And so let's talk about the Lakers and the Warriors. Moses, the man throws up a shot, a prayer. At the end, and you heard him at the end when he's talking on the microphone. He's talking about, I was seeing 3 rims. You know what I mean? The man poked me in my eye. I saw a couple of seconds. I just had to throw it up. This actor named LeBron James. Okay, what do you think about the guy in his game last night and overall that shot that he made, man?
He had to throw it up. He had to throw the shot up. He made it in. Lucky for them. I'll tell you this right now. Just like Swan said, injuries, bro. Like Golden State cannot match up with the Lakers. And if that was their opportunity to win, that was it. Like, and you said you wanted to see them in the Western Conference Finals. Like, if by chance, if Golden State makes it to the Western Conference Final, it's not going to be a matchup. It's not going to be a match. It's going to be blowout. It's going to be a sweep. Because the Lakers, they were number 1, number 2 flirting with that seed early in the season when they were hot for a reason. They got hurt. Their team got hurt. they were relying on everybody else except their two big stars, but they did what they needed to do last night to get the win. They locked in number 7, and we'll see what happens.
You know, y'all keep bringing up the fact that the Lakers had injuries, as if Golden State, don't make me go off on a rant on y'all boys early in this morning. I'm focused now. Come on now. As if Golden State not missing probably the best pure three-point shooter ever in the game. Like Klay Thompson isn't hurt. Y'all, what are y'all talking about? Y'all forgot? Y'all forgot that Klay Thompson's been hurt? So Golden State has faced their injuries also, but has still overcome. Y'all act like that ain't a championship caliber team. Anyway, let's get into this. He's shaking his head. Go ahead, give me some pushback. They're not a so Moses.
They wouldn't have been in the play-in with Klay Thompson. They wouldn't have been in the play-in either. So it wouldn't have been better.
Oh, okay. So then they are, but so they're missing one player, and you think so. What do y'all think of Draymond Green? So Draymond Green not a legit player? Anybody?
He is. He's legit, but he's not gonna bring you over the top. He's like that great complimentary piece. He does everything. He's like the glue guy, but he's not gonna bring you over the top. Like, because you need, at the end of the day, you need buckets. Like, you know, he's not giving you that.
6, you saying something? I can't hear you. We can't hear you, 6. We're having technical difficulty.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go.
I said he fit that team perfectly. He fit perfectly. You don't have to shoot, just rebound, play defense, man. He means, I'm not gonna lie, he means a lot to the team. The way he played defense on Anthony Davis last night, I was like, God, damn, you can't score on him? It's just, I don't know. I think Klay Thompson, I don't know. Because he was, even though he would have came back this year, he was already coming back from another injury. I don't know how good he would have been. He was already hurt, then he got hurt again. So let's be mindful of that.
That is true. 6, since you're the last one, and then everybody across the board. We kind of talked about this pregame. So most of us already have Jordan at number 1 as the greatest player of all time. 6, you clearly don't believe in that. So, but I'm still gonna ask you this question. How important is for him to win a championship right now? Like, how important is it because I was watching, what was it? Not First Take. It was Get Up with Barkley and Stephen A. Smith. And Barkley was like flat out, like, if your boy LeBron can win on the road these next 3 series, it's gonna be actually 4, because if he makes it to the finals, he's gonna be on the road also with whatever team he plays in the East for the most part. If he can win on the road the way he's about to win on the road, like, there should be some consideration for him to overtake Jordan as the greatest player ever. So what do you think about that? How important is it for him to win this NBA season?
First of all, he already passed Jordan 2 titles ago. Back then over there in Cleveland, that's when he passed me. Second of all, if he wins another chance, all it means for the next LeBron coming through, that it's going to be a hard journey to get there.
So before we go on, you said he's already surpassed Jordan when he won the one in Cleveland. So when he won the one in Cleveland, he literally only had 3. So because he had 3 championships, he was already over Jordan. How does that make sense?
I don't know, but you said Bill Russell got 11. When did Jordan pass Bill Russell? I just don't know what's your guys' definition of the greatest ever. I just have a problem. My definition might be different from yours. I don't look at this title. I look at the totality of the man, the longevity of the man. From 17, when Jordan was 17, his ass was still at college. LeBron was playing with grown men. Of 17 years old, I tell people that. You gotta respect that. And it's not like he was off the bench, he had to start. Greatest 17-year-old ever played basketball. He probably was the greatest high school player ever over Jordan, probably the greatest middle school ever than Jordan, greatest college player over to Jordan. And yeah, he's the greatest player ever. So I don't know the definition what you guys coming from. You guys give me the definition instead of being wishy-washy with it, then I'd be like, yeah, you're right.
Hey Swan, can you get a man a definition of what it means to be the greatest player of all time?
Greatest player of all time, you got to be a two-way player. Jordan is a 9-time all-defensive NBA team. You got to be a clutch player. Jordan, he came in the league, he was already clutch. He didn't have the team to back him to start, but once he got the team and Pippen was up to speed, it was basically over with. It was a full dominant. Basically, if you look at the statistics, I think he's the all-time scorer average over Wilt, and we know Wilt had 50-point averages in a year, and Jordan throughout his career still is the #1 points per game scorer. So Jordan, I think in totality, he just showed more fire. I think he was just more of a dog, like you just knew Jordan was gonna take it home. You know what I mean? And it was just a little more dominant than LeBron was. He was less passive. It was different. You could feel Jordan through the TV. You know what I mean? It's like did you see the last game versus Utah? It was like, okay, it's over. Jordan has the ball, it's over. It was a little push off there, but it was over. You know what I mean? And you know, 6-0 in championship games. That says it all right there.
Hey, listen to me. One of the things, I'm gonna let you jump back in here, 6, after Moses. Let me tell you, the one thing that I think I love, like, oftentimes, and I know Swan hates the TV analysts and all the analysts, the professionals. The problem with sometimes with the professionals is that they trust the stats and all the extra stuff more than they trust their eyes, right? Like my eyes, when I watch LeBron play and I watch Jordan play, my eyes is clear to me that Jordan was the man. Like it ain't nothing to like, you can see it. Just like Swan just gave the perfect example. Like I'm watching Jordan through the TV. I feel it. I'm like, yo, he winning. Like it ain't nothing happening. He's guaranteed to win it. And so like, I can't let my eyes lie to me. I don't care about the stats. You know what I mean? You asked me to define great players. My eyes tell me Jordan was better than LeBron. Moses, jump in the conversation. Ken looks like he's not impressed with us right now, but no, Moses, jump in the conversation.
He's not impressed at all. And Swan laid out the numbers for you, and then you said the eye test. Jordan was crushing people's dreams back then, and the people that he was crushing was Hall of Famers. If Jordan wasn't playing, these dudes would have multiple rings. When you came up to play Jordan in the playoffs and the finals, what's happening? You're not getting a ring, not getting a ring at all. You know what I'm saying? LeBron lost. Everybody knows how many championships LeBron lost, right? He met up against good teams. He couldn't defeat them. Like you said, Jordan had that dog. Jordan had that dog in him, right? But and then you got Jordan had that dog. You got the other teams that he was playing against. It didn't go through. It wasn't happening whatsoever. So I'm just saying that Jordan is the man. Jordan is always going to be #1, and it's like a moot point. For some people, it's Jordan's. For other people, it's going to be LeBron. I'm telling you this right now. #1 is Jordan, and at this point, for what LeBron did, like he said, the totality of his career, LeBron is #2 to me. He is #2, but for my sake, he's not going to surpass Jordan as the #1 player.
So no. Hold on, Moses. So let's just say we remember I just laid it out. So if LeBron is able to go on the road and beat Phoenix, and then in the next round he faces the Clippers, beats the Clippers, and in the finals he beats Utah on the road, then he gets he gets the Nets in the finals, right? Like, you don't think that at that point you're not saying that LeBron deserves to be over Jordan? Moses?
No, but he solidified himself as the second best player in the NBA history.
Okay. Six.
It's the lack of evolution.
Come on, Six. Jump in, Six.
Go ahead.
It's the lack of evolution for him. He's still stuck in the past. It's 2021 right now. Them players Jordan playing against, they only could go right. They only could go right and can't even make a left hand layup. So please stop saying that. Second of all, you said it's the eye test.
I love it.
You need to borrow that man glasses because you're lying. Because I don't know how you can't tell from a 6'8", 255 player moving like that quick, and you just say you don't see the eye test. I say LeBron jump high, he go with velocity to the rim, and his move is just as well. I'm confused. How can you say it's different? Like you seen what's the cat that just DK Metcalf? He lost the race, but it looked different, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's how LeBron look out there.
LeBron, hey, listen, LeBron is built by God. Like God puts, like, just like, let me tell you something. I think God loves LeBron because last night, if LeBron had missed that shot, like everybody was ready to hop on LeBron and destroy him. But God loves him. Like, but God was sitting around and went to perfection. Like gave that man the speed, gave him the height, the build. Like this man is really put together. He's put together. But that don't mean
So that's what I'm saying. Like
the one thing he's missing though. The one thing he's missing is that dog. Like he's not a dog. He's not like I'm gonna punch this guy in the mouth if he don't make like that ain't him. Swan, go ahead, say something.
Yeah,
He's
man.
not a dog. Stop saying that.
I want to say
where
this.
you guys get this dog from. Championship is championship, no matter how you get it. Kevin
And he's
Garnett
not
had
winning
all
none
the
of
dogs
those championships without the players that he was with.
2 words. Tim Duncan ain't never said 2 words. Got 5 of them.
Kyrie, Dwayne Wade, Anthony Davis. He's not winning them. He's not the dog of those teams.
Yeah, he LeBron. I mean, LeBron. I feel like he's the second greatest player, so we kind of like we're hard on him a little bit. So, but the reason we're hard on him is when you start comparing him to Jordan. It's like he's not Jordan. He's not like Jordan was just on a different level of intensity. Like it was different. Like you see, like the 2011 finals, I believe LeBron averaged like 10 points or something like that.
That's a lie.
That's not
never averaged that much. You're lying right now. Keep your stats
in the finals versus Dallas. Our first finals versus the Heat.
Hey, don't give out false stats on the Heat, sir.
I'm pulling it
on the
up.
Heat.
I'm pulling it up.
I don't know what the numbers were. But he struggled badly. It was probably around 10 to 15 points. I don't remember exactly.
What's the number? Just tell me what's the
10
number.
to 15. Somewhere around there. It was bad. Right?
You go there,
it wasn't a typical.
We're not a professional show yet, so I can't tell my stat man to look it up for me. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Stats, but you remember that finals, right? Jordan never had a performance like that where you were like, "Dang, what's going on with him?"
Why are you guys lying?
He
played against the Knicks and shot 2 for 17 one game.
Hey, hold on, six. Hey, you caught Swan out. I had to look it up quick. I had to be my own stat man. Whoever watching this, if an ESPN producer's watching this, look how amazing I am. While they were talking, I went ahead and pulled the stat up. Hey, come hire your boy. Holla at me, all right? Anyway.
How much was it?
Swan was a little off, but it wasn't LeBron numbers. It wasn't LeBron's numbers, though. He only averaged 17.8 a game in that series. And so the reason they lost that series is because LeBron poo-pooed on himself, putting up 17 points. You're LeBron James. Anyway, we done. Let's go. Hey, let's jump into this topic because this topic is even better for me, right? Because the LeBron versus Jordan is going to be one that's going to be done for the rest of our lives until we die, and then the next generation will argue about somebody else. They'll be arguing about Swan's son. They'll be arguing about Moses' son. The players that's going to be great pretty soon. All right, Six's nephews. Great players. Let's run it.
You gotta be letting them sneakers fool you. Stop wearing them sneakers.
Hey man, them sneakers are nice though. Come on, you still wearing Jordans. Anyway, listen to me. I got one of the biggest Heat fans. I think he might be the biggest Heat fans on here right now. And we want to talk a little bit about the Miami Heat, right? Y'all know I'm a fan of the Miami Heat, but I'm definitely. Oh, there you go. He put the hat on. It's a wrap.
Talk about him.
Hey, and let me tell y'all something.
On it or something.
Let me tell you something.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, you're a real fan when you back it up, right? Because there's a lot of us that we fans, but we ain't backing it up. My man Swan, like last season, when everybody was talking nonsense, Swan was beating everybody up. Like, we got a group chat. For those that don't know, we got a group chat. And this guy was taking guys' money left and right. And he came out even before we jumped into the season, even before we jumped in, not in the season, before we jumped into the playoffs. Swan been on it. He been like, yo, we going back to the finals. But a lot of us don't see it, right? The Heat struggled early on. I know COVID, I know injuries, but a lot of us just don't see how they make it out of the East, especially Philadelphia done cranked it up, right? Like, a lot of people keep talking about the Nets, but the Philadelphia Sixers are actually the #1 seed in the East, right? And then you add the Nets, like, they would have to beat 2 of those monsters in order to get to the finals. And so a lot of us are just like, I don't see it happening. And the Nets are really, 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 really good. Swan, can you break it down for us? Just because I want to actually put some money on the Heat. If you one of my peoples that go to church with me, please don't judge me. But why should I go out and put my hard-earned money on the Miami Heat? Like, how are they gonna get back to the finals, bro?
All right. First thing first, we're gonna outcoach whoever in the East. Spoelstra is gonna outcoach them. That's the #1 thing. We're coming with the best coach. We're coming with the best game plan defensively, where we go from man to zone, from 2-3 zone to 1-3-1 to full court press, back to man. It just discombobulates teams. Second thing, we got the best closer, not regular season closer, not fake regular season MVPs, not fake defensive player of the years. We got the real deal, Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets when it matters. Jimmy has proven himself last year as the best player in the playoffs, aside from LeBron. The year before that, it was only Kawhi that beat him with a four rim shot bounce in Game 7, which he might have won the championship that year. The year before that, he took a sorry Minnesota team to the 4th seed. They haven't done nothing since. They haven't done nothing before then, besides when KG was there. So Jimmy has proven that to me. Then you got Bam, who's a young gun, probably the best, probably should be defensive player of the year, but of course they're sleeping on him because they like to sleep on the Heat players. You know how they do. But I got my hater blockers on today, you know, because I'm gonna keep them on all year, because you know, until we win the championship, because there's a lot of haters out there, Heat haters. Then we got shooters for days. We got Declan Robinson, who's a shooter. He slept on. We got Tyler Hero, young gun shooter. You're gonna be like, oh, Tyler Hero ain't have a good year this year. Guess what? The last month he's been averaging about 19. Kendrick Nunn been averaging about 18. Since the All-Star break, we got the best record in the East. You know what I mean? So we clicking right on time. And I just don't think teams like Philly got enough. Jimmy Butler is Joel Embiid and Simmons' dad. You got Greek Freak. Come on, bro. We already proved what we could do to Greek Freak. So the only threat really is Brooklyn and KD. Like I said, KD is a threat, but I feel like we're gonna outcoach him and we're gonna do just enough to beat him in 5 or 6. So hey, you could bet on whoever, but make the right bet. It's all about the Heat.
I love the way he laid it out, because he kind of convinced me. My biggest worry for the Heat is that I don't know if they have enough offensive power, right, to outscore the Nets. But you talked about the shooters, like Nunn averaging 18 the last month, Tyler Hero averaging 19 the last month. If them boys show up, like it might be a wrap for every team. Yes, sir.
I forgot to mention the Dragon. He's like, for some reason, even the Heat fans like myself, we tend to forget about it, and then he becomes the X factor. So don't forget about the Dragon. He will be lighting it up this year too, for sure.
Y'all know I don't want to call my dog out, but I'm gonna call him out a little bit, because not too long ago, Swan wasn't a fan of Coach Spo. Now all of a sudden, Spo is the greatest coach in the NBA playoffs right now. Let me hear from Moses and Six. Is there any better coaches in the playoffs right now than Spo? Do y'all think there's anybody? I mean, obviously Pop didn't make the playoffs. They did make it. They got kicked out already. Is there any better coach right now in the playoffs than Spo? Six or Moses? Anyone?
Yeah, I'll tell you this right now. Swan does have a point. Spo is a very good. The only other coach that I say put I put up there is maybe Doc. So you have Spo and then you got Doc. So I say maybe Doc is. That's what. But as Swan was saying, like I do believe that the Heat have a chance because he laid it out because of the defense to make it to say like the Eastern Conference Finals. But coming down to the Nets, if they're hitting on all their cylinders, it's gonna be difficult to beat them.
So you don't think? Out. Okay, Moses. Oh, go ahead, Six. Go, jump in.
I'm not gonna lie. Spo's a great coach. I always like him as a coach. Your team is not that good, man. It's not that. No coaching can't. Talent is all outweigh coaching, man. Sometimes you just need somebody to go get your budget. I don't want to seem like I'm talking crazy, but anytime you got too many Caucasians on the team like that, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. Tyler Hero can't guard nobody. He can't guard nobody. Duncan Robinson gives you nothing. Rowan Johnson, all he can do is go left. That's all he can do, go left and get mad at people. Oh my God. First of all, Bam Adebayo is undersized. He's undersized. He get bumped one time, he damn near missed 3 games in the playoffs, didn't he? In the finals, right?
Yeah, he did.
You gotta be honest about it, man. I know you love him and stuff. And when LeBron was there, you got to ride and hide. You gotta let it go. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Only person I respect, I'm not gonna lie, is Jimmy Butler. The way he played, man, tears come from my eyes. I fell in love with him out there. He's the only one out there. You gotta be honest about it.
He's the real deal.
For you guys.
He's the real deal. Go ahead.
Moses, do you agree with Ken's assessment that the only player on the Heat is Jimmy Buckets?
The most dominant player is Jimmy Buckets, yeah.
So dominant. You think so you do like Duncan, Dragon, you like Bam. You think they're players?
I like Bam. Dragic can get you some points, so he could get hot also. But everybody else, like he said, not too much. But collectively as a team, they get it done.
It's interesting because I'll say this. The one thing that's interesting about the Heat is that in the age of basketball that we're living in right now, it's all about superstars, right? You see all the superstars want to play with each other, and when you look at a team like the Heat and they've only got one superstar, and let's be honest, if we were to rank Jimmy, I know Swan is going to rank him up there, but I mean Jimmy
top
what?
5. Top 2 is really in the
6.
playoffs. Top 2. Top 2.
Hey, Six and Moses, where y'all ranking Jimmy?
What you talking about, man?
He loves him some Jimmy, dog. Like, so you gotta let him go. Ken, where you ranking Jimmy? Is he in the top 10 or top 5? Does he make your top 5?
No, man, he's probably top 15, somewhere around that range.
Woo, you put him down there. Okay. What about you, Moses? Give me. Is he in the top 10, top 5?
I say Jimmy's in the top 10. There's one thing about Jimmy. There's one thing about Jimmy, his intensity and the way he holds other players accountable. Also, that he raised their play also. So you got to give him that. So I'll put him in the top 10.
Okay. Here's my thing. When you rank them low like that, 6. When you rank them, when you like, oh, Jimmy's not top 5, right? The players you want to rank above him, most likely they folded in the playoffs before. Most likely they haven't done what Jimmy's done in the playoffs. 40-point triple-doubles in the finals. Go head-to-head with LeBron. Almost beat him. You know what I mean? Like, you got all these guys that are always getting ranked above people that are actually performing when it matters. Like, I don't see Jimmy better than James. I don't see James Harden better than Jimmy. How is that even possible? How is that possible? Okay, look. Explain to me how he's better. Because he averaged 35 in the regular season. What has he done in the playoffs? Jimmy has shown you. For example, they rank Joel Embiid and Simmons over Jimmy. They're on the same squad. Who is leading them in the playoffs? Jimmy. They rank. Let me say. They rank the Minnesota guys, these Minnesota characters. They rank them over Jimmy. That's why Jimmy said, all right, I'm going to get the third team and beat y'all ass and show y'all who the fuck I am. You feel what I'm saying? They always underrate my guy, but don't worry. He'll show you again the two-way monster that he is.
Give me a rebuttal, Ken. Hey, Ken, why is Jimmy not in your top 5? Oh, you said not even top 10. Why is Jimmy not in your top 10?
He's a definition. I'm not gonna lie. He's the perfect definition of an overachiever. The way he worked hard and his heart he put out there, outweigh his talent because he's not that talented. He's not that great of a shooter. He's not that athletic. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he could do a lot out there on that court. But for some reason, that man's heart and determination is a lot. It's a lot for him, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I was mad when he left. When he left Philly, I was hot. Because I was like, man, this is a perfect time to win a championship. I thought he was selfish. I really thought he was selfish. But what he did with that Heat, put him on the back, I said, oh, okay. I can respect. But
yeah, you can't underestimate the heart of a champion. He's coming for it.
And probably 2 on each team, probably better than him.
I'll say that. I know Swan not gonna like this, but I do, and maybe Moses, do you agree? Because Ken said something that I do like. Jimmy's not a great shooter, right? Like he doesn't look like he doesn't look like LeBron James. Like when you, once again, I'm going back to the eye test. My eyes, I'm not letting my eyes deceive me. Jimmy doesn't look like a superstar, but yet somehow, some way, like I ain't gonna lie, the finals last year shocked. Not the finals, the whole playoff series just shocked me. Like he put the Heat on the back. I'm like, what is this? So like, am I seeing things, Moses? Like,
that's the thing about the eye test. The eye test tell me he is a superstar. The eye test tell me he is a superstar because he makes all the clutch plays, especially defensively. If you look at so much, I was confused when the third team all defense came out. I mean, when all defense came, I was telling Moses earlier.
He is a two-way player. I see that.
Yeah, I saw the all-defensive team last year, and they didn't have Jimmy on. I'm like, what the hell everybody been watching? They had Eric Bledsoe on their first team, and I'm like, everybody just confused about Jimmy as a player or something. Because, like Ken said, he's not that athletic. He is athletic. He might not be LeBron athletic, but just go really look at the film, really look at his vertical leap, really look at his speed, really look at his instinct. He's a world-class athlete. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
You get the last word.
Only thing I would say, he's not a shooter. That's about it. But he's a bulldog.
Moses, last word.
To some people, he doesn't look like a superstar. He doesn't look athletic, whatever they might say. But there's one thing about Jimmy Butler: he gets it done when it counts. He gets it done. He puts up the points. He leads his team. He got that one thing that we're talking about. Like I'm not saying Jordan, like he's Jordan or anything like that, but having that dog. Jimmy got that dog. Jimmy will get it done. Defense, whatever you ask him to do, he's going to do it. You want to ask him guard the best player, he's going to guard the best player. Like, Jimmy, we need 15. We need 20 points from you right now in this third quarter. He's going to go get it. So I got to put him top 10, man. I got to.
Let me ask y'all, after he busted Giannis' ass, right, where going to rank him? Because y'all rank Giannis above him, right? Regular season ass nigga, right? When he busts his ass again 2 years in a row, what happens then?
Hey, I'll say this. Good question. Let's go across the board. I'll answer first, and then Moses, and then Ken can go. If I not just Giannis, because I actually think he should beat the Bucks, right? There's something about he's mentally they're in the Bucks' head, and Spo just knows what he's doing against the Bucks.
They just beat him.
If Jimmy,
you know that, right? They just beat him.
Okay.
The Bucks just beat him not too long ago.
Okay, that was a regular season game. You know this is the playoffs, right? Did he forget? Like, please, somebody notify. Give Ken a television and let him know that it's the playoffs now. This ain't the regular season no more. Anyway, let me answer Swan's question. Hey, I need Jimmy. In order for me to consider Jimmy a top player, I need him to carry this Heat team past the Nets. If he does that, I'm done. I'm not arguing with nobody no more. Jimmy is official for me. If he can, I don't even need him to win one. I just need him. If he gets them past the Nets, yeah, he's done for me. I'll put him top 2, top 3. He good for me. Moses.
I foresee all this, but okay, cool.
Moses.
So, what was the question?
The question is, where will you rank Jimmy after this playoff run?
If he, like you said, if he could beat Brooklyn, Jimmy would be top 5. He would be top 5.
Okay, Ken, you the one that said he's average Joe. What do you think he gets?
If he beat Brooklyn, I don't think he's gonna, but he's got to do it in the same manner how he did LeBron last year in the playoffs. He just can't happen supposed to run some fucking awesome damn defense and all the niggas off, and he don't really do nothing. But if he plays the same way and put his last breath and to try to beat the Nets and he get past them, I'll put it in my top 5.
Hey, let me tell y'all some boys. Hey, guess what? We're at pop quiz. What's Jimmy's career average? Moses, go first. Give me a guess.
Points wise?
Yeah, points wise.
I'm thinking about like what, 1921?
Ken?
No, it's probably like 14 to 15 points, something like that.
Swan.
I know he started off a little slow, so I would say probably like 16 or 17.
Swan hit it. It's 17. 17.4. A guy that averages 17.4 is not in the top 10. I'm sorry. Right,
wait, hold on.
I'm
This is the thing about career averages. This is the thing about career averages. They account your early seasons. His early seasons, he was a 3 and D. He was a 3 and D. So you're going with the 10-point averages. You're not counting the 24-point averages. This year where he goes 20, 21, 7 and 7, lead the league in steals. It's not always about the numbers anyway. This is like this.
Numbers don't lie, men lie. Numbers don't lie. I don't want to say the official thing.
Numbers have lied. Let me tell you something. Hassan Whiteside averaged 18, 14, and 3 blocks, but he's the worst player in the league. Right? Come on, man. Numbers do lie. There's some stat chasers out here.
You gotta give him all that money. Didn't you give him all that money?
Yeah, I don't know why we did that.
You made Wade leave, you know that?
I don't know what they were thinking. Man.
Hey, pop answers. Let's make some quick because we running out of time. Hey, who you got in the NBA Finals? Moses.
I'm gonna have Brooklyn versus Lakers.
Brooklyn versus the Lakers. So you think the Lakers are going to beat Phoenix? All right. Ken, who you got in the NBA Finals?
Lakers and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Whoa. Okay, I was gonna try to make this quick, but so you really you buying into the Philly right now?
Yes, I like Ben Simmons, the great defender, playmaker. I think he's perfect to guard Durant, at least calm him down. Then you got Danny Green out there. He's also another good defender. Then you got Joel Embiid. Not one person on that Nets team can do anything with him.
That's true. Good. Swan, we already know you got the Heat. Who you got them playing in the finals?
Before I say anything, we were just saying Jimmy can't shoot. We're talking about Ben Simmons. Okay. All right, man. Well, look, you already know it's the Heat all day. We coming back to let them know like last year wasn't no fluke. We ain't no bubble team. We're gonna go on the road, bust some ass on the road. But I like the Lakers to come out of it in the West, for sure.
All right. Listen, I don't know who I really. Oh, this is tough, man. This is tough. But it's pop quiz. I got a pop answer. So I am man. All right, I'm going to jump on the Heat bandwagon, but I'm being a fan. I think I'm just being a fan. I don't know if this is really my analyst speaking because I think it should be the Nets, but I'm gonna go with the Heat because I think Swan hit it on the head. Spo is going to run rings around everybody in the East, and that's just facts. Jason Kidd is a first-year coach. The Nets haven't really played together, dog. Like I was just watching, like them boys played like 6 games together this season, and so
they're gonna just turn it up and have chemistry.
Exactly. So
they're gonna be mistaken
versus
somebody like us. I heard we have no players. I heard we don't got no players, but we go 10 deep. Y'all find out very soon.
Hey, let me tell you. And the crazy part about it, if the Depot was playing, Depot not even in the lineup. If Depot was in the lineup, that defense, it would have been a rock. But anyway, I'm gonna go with the Heat for right now. I know it's gonna shock some people. It's gonna shock a lot of people. Versus, I don't think I'm nervous for the Lakers. I know everybody wants the Lakers. All 3 of y'all picked the Lakers, but I'm nervous for them. And so Utah has had a really good season, y'all. Y'all know that? Did y'all know they had a really good season? They've been balling, but I'm not picking Utah. Relax. I'm picking the Clippers, all right? So I just want to be a contrarian. But what I really want to see is the Warriors versus the Lakers in a 7-game series. Anyway, let's jump into this. We're going to do popcorn. Here we go so we can end the show. And I got a surprise question for y'all boys that I'm going to ask at the end. That might keep us on for another hour, but it's going to be fun. So let's jump into this, right? The schedule came out. Y'all know the NFL is kingpin out here, and I can't end the show without talking NFL. I got to talk a little bit NFL, but we'll make it quick. So the NFL's kingpin, they dropped the schedule. last week. It was last week, all right? And so I definitely there are some games that I'm looking forward to. And I'll go first. And so we'll just each talk a little bit real quick, not long, about some games that we're looking forward to, right? I'm a Dolphin fan, diehard Dolphin fan. That first game against New England is huge, huge for the Dolphins, right? Because it's going to show me this new Tua that I'm supposed to see, right? Swan is a huge believer of Tua. And so I right off bat, I get against a Patriots team that a lot of people were down on last year, but that Patriots team finished 7-9. A lot of people don't. A lot of people talk bad about the Patriots, like the Patriots went 0-16 or something. Them boys were 7-9, and they bring back a ton. They went out into free agency. They went out in the draft to added players. I really think that's going to be a really good game, good test for the new look Dolphins. And so we'll see how that more importantly, that new look offense, because I think my defense is going to be really good, but I want to see it. And so I'm excited about that game. I shouldn't talk all Dolphins, but I'm gonna add another Dolphin game. Moses and I talked about it. Matt and I talked about it. We want to watch the November 11th, the Ravens versus the Dolphins. That's going to be a huge playoff implication late in the season, especially if we're fighting for that wild card, right? If we're fighting for that 6 or 7 seed, like it's going to be a very important game. Matt reminded me the beating that Baltimore gave us 2 years ago. And so it's a revenge game for them. I'm hoping everybody, Swan already said he's down to go to the game. Moses is down to go to the game. So we're going to try to slide out to this game. It's a Thursday night game, so that should be very exciting. 2 more games, and then I'm gonna pass the mic. I got the Cowboys versus the Chiefs, right? I think my man Zach Prescott is back. Dak Prescott is back. And that offense finna be off glass. I love not the Cowboys' first-round pick linebacker out of Penn State. You plug them in that middle, and finally they might get better defensively. And so, Cowboys versus Chiefs, is that an early look at the Super Bowl? Could that be? And then the last game that I'm gonna talk about is the Bills versus the Bucks. 12-12. That's a late December game, right? And so what you'll have is, I think, hey, by the way, I think the Bucks are going undefeated. Yeah, I know. They're going undefeated. And so you bring in a Bills team that I think is going to be one of the top teams in the AFC. I think them and the Chiefs are competing. And so it'll be interesting. Moses, man, give me some games that I should be excited about.
Well, I'll tell you 2 games that I'm excited about. One I'm looking for the most. A lot of people are not looking forward to this game, but me being a Jets fan, I'm looking for week number 1. The Jets are against Carolina Panthers. Ooh. Like, there's a lot of storyline to that. First of all, I want to see under solids how the Jets play. I want to see if they're good. I'm not expecting much for this year. Like I said before, just them steadily improving throughout the year, I'll be happy. I don't expect them to make the playoffs. I don't expect them to make any kind of deep run at all. But I also want to see Sam Darnold. How Sam Darnold's going to play. Was it Adam Gase, which I think it was Adam Gase, or is Sam Darnold just trash? Is he not that very good? So that's one of the game. And the other game, you already hit it on the head. Miami versus Baltimore. I want to go see that game. It's kind of selfish for me because, like you said, we talked about it. It's a game that we want to go. We're gonna go out and look at live. So that's 2 of the games I'm looking forward to, man.
All right, 6. You're a Jaguars fan, man. Talk to me, man. What games you looking forward to?
Me personally, I really want to see. I want to see New England and Tampa Bay. I really want to see that Belichick and that Tom Brady match. I really want to see what Cam Newton could really do for him that game. That's important to me. But more important to me, I'm more of an individual player to watch him play. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the Raven play. I want to see how my boy do. Show him that he's really a true passer. He still ain't got a number 1 receiver. I'm still upset they ain't get nobody.
They got Bateman in the draft.
They got Rashad is good.
Yeah, Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, man. They got to get him.
I wait to see for that one.
I'm still a Jag. I'm watching every last one of them games. Got to see Sunshine play and see what he can do for us.
Hey, 6, how you feel about Tim Tebow signing on as a tight end?
Man, the worst thing I ever seen in my life. That's why I'm already ready to fire that coach. I'm ready to get him out of here. He already got 2 strikes on me. First of all, he got try to get Tim Tebow to play tight end. Look like he got nothing for us. Then he tried to get the strength and conditioning coach that with the racing market. I'm like, man, you got to get him out of here. He's already making bad decisions off the muscle before the first game of the season.
And you got Travis Etienne playing receiver. Wow. Anyway, let's jump on Swan. Swan, tell me some games hey, Swan is a Dolphin fan, so you already know you're gonna throw some Dolphin games at me. Swan, throw some games at me.
I am. I'm also going with the Patriots. I want to see, you know, with Belichick game planning for Tua, how he adjusts early. And I also, besides Tua, I want to see my defense. I want to see, because I think we got a chance to be probably the #1 or at least a top 3 defense like we were last year. Adding Jalen Phillips, I think, was a big move, you know, to pressure the quarterback a little more. I feel like, you know, that'll be a big indicator on, you know, how the season will be. If we could kind of like, I want to say like, try to dominate New England a little bit on the defensive side of the ball.
I like it. I like it. Hey, man.
Also, I do want to see Tampa. I'm a big playoff guy, so I kind of want to see if Tampa could replicate what they did last year. So, yeah, we'll see.
They will. They're going 17-0, and we'll see what happens in the playoffs. Hey, let me tell y'all, man, fellas, I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, boys. I know we don't chop it up all the time, but I appreciate y'all jumping on to share some good news with me, talk some sports, talk about how amazing LeBron James is, how amazing the Miami Heat are, and y'all just schooling me, man. I hope y'all family's doing well. Hey, listen, if you're hearing this video right now, do me a favor, subscribe, like, share. Do your boy a solid, you know what I mean? We trying to get it up, man. Help us out, man. Help us out. Hey, Moses, man, do me a favor, man. Tell the people some good news as we leave.
Well, I just want to say, first of all, I want to thank Swan. I want to thank Ken for jumping on the show today. We had some good discussion. Hopefully in the future, you know what I'm saying, we can get it in again, different topics, so we can go ahead and go back and forth. There's some good banter over here. Just everybody stay up, man. It's hard out there, man. Keep your mental health, right? Stay up, look after somebody, check on your peoples also. All right, man.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Appreciate it. Till next time. Stay up.